Hello and welcome to Firestorm Games. In this video I'll be taking a look at the latest release from Games Workshop, which is of course the Horus Heresy Betrayal At Calth. Fans of Warhammer 30k will be pleased to hear that we're finally getting some Horus Heresy era Space Marines rendered in plastic, and this is what's in this box. Now this video will be split into two parts. Part 1 will just be looking at the new miniatures, and Part 2 will actually be taking a look at the rest of the tokens and items you get in this box set. So let's start by taking a look at the box. On the front here we have the word bearers facing off against the Ultramarines, and this kind of nice artwork that we've got on the front here. So just flip the box over and we can see the contents. A quite heavy box as well. We've got some of the Ultramarine miniatures and also the word bearers. We've also got this kind of hex tiles that we've got in the box. We've also got the contents down here. So we get a 48-page rulebook, 4 double-sided board tiles, 42 reference command cards and damage cards, assorted card counters. And in terms of the miniatures, we get 38 miniatures: Captain Aethon, Kurtha Sed, Saul Gorax the Contemptor Dreadnought, 30 Legion Tactical Space Marines and 5 Legion Terminators. So that was the box. Let's open this up and take a look at the contents inside. So here we have one of the 2 sprues that you can use to make the Legion Troopers. Now this sprue contains all of the legs, arms and weaponry, and in terms of weaponry we get 10 bolters, but in addition to that we also get a few special weapons including melter gun, missile launcher, plasma gun, lightning claws. We've also got a heavy bolter there, flamethrower, chain swords and 2 power fists as well, so plenty of options to kit out your squad. So all of the components on this sprue are kind of interchangeable with the normal Space Marine components. You can see here they're very much similar if you've opened up a normal Tactical Marine squad. However, the main difference is that they're all Mark IV armour, and all the weapons are kind of the old 30k variants as opposed to the modern 40k versions. Now one thing to note as well, which is great about this whole set, is if you just look at the shoulder pads there, you can actually notice there's no actual Legion iconography on them, which is fantastic because it means you can use these guys with whatever Legion you want. You don't actually have to just go with Ultramarines or Word Bearers. So that's the first Legion Tactical Squad sprue. Let's move on to the second sprue. So here we have the second Legion sprue, and this one contains all of the torsos. You can see there we've got the Mark IV armour and also the power packs. In addition to that we also get the heads, and as you can see we get quite a few selection of heads here. We've got the kind of standard helmeted Mark IV heads. We also have 2 bear heads and also 2 sergeant heads as well. You can see this one that's fantastic plumed kind of on top there. We also get a few different options, so we've got some grenade pouches at the top here. We've got some ammo pouches. We've also got a melter bomb, a tabard, a plasma pistol, and there's also a bolt pistol there as well. So you actually get 3 of this sprue and 3 of the sprue that we looked at before, which allows you to make 13 Legion infantry. So let's now move on to the Terminators. So here we have the Terminator sprue. Now this comes with lots of different weapon options. You can see on the right here we've got a whole host of different options such as chain fists, power fists, power claws, flamers. We've even got a power sword at the top there as well. And on the left here we have the bolters, and we get enough of these to equip the whole entire squad. We also get a range of different helmets, as you can just about see at the top there, and the kind of really nice armoured, almost like Grey Knight helmets that you can just place onto the torsos there as well. Now I really like the aesthetics of these guys. It's very much kind of a knight armour as opposed to more of the modern Terminators we've seen in 40k. Now this sprue allows you to make 5 Terminators and gives you plenty of options to do so. So now that we've looked at the Terminator sprue, let's move on to the Contemptor Dreadnought. So you can see here that we have the Contemptor Dreadnought sprue, and this comes in one entire sprue. Now the main kind of body is the legs and also the torso. You can glue the back parts of those on as well, and then we've got the front armour panel as well. And it just does mean that you don't have any kind of mid-waist rotation, but it's still quite a nice kit to look at. You've also got 2 weapon options on this. You've got the multi-melter and also the assault cannon as well. Fairly straightforward to put together. As you can see, it doesn't consist of too many parts, but overall very nice miniature. It's great to see a Contemptor Dreadnought in plastic for the first time. So now that we've looked at the Dreadnoughts, Legion Infantry and also the Terminators, let's move on to taking a look at some of the special characters in this box set. So on the sprue we get both of the special characters. We get Kurtha Sed and also Captain Aethon. Now Kurtha Sed is the chaplain, and he's just armed in normal power armour, whereas Captain Aethon is armed in the Terminator armour, as you can see there. Both of these on the sprue. Now the great thing about these kind of miniatures, as I've already discussed, is that they're actually devoid of Legion iconography, which means that if you just wanted to make your own Legion out of this box set as opposed to creating 2 opposing forces, you are completely free to do so. You can use Kurtha Sed as a chaplain, and you can use Captain Aethon as, of course, your captain. Really nice detailings on here. You can see they're both equipped with these cloaks here. Kind of really signifies them as being the leaders of these units. Overall, obviously, it's plastic, so makes it nice and easy to put together, and follows much the same suit as the previous kind of plastic special characters that we've already seen, which kind of fit together. Not really much in the way of multi-part or choices available, though. So that was all of the miniatures in the Betrayal At Calth box set. So let's zoom out and get an overall summary for the miniatures. So that was the miniatures of the Horus Heresy Betrayal At Calth box set. They are a really fantastic set of miniatures. Now, it's great to see 30k miniatures being rendered in plastic, which opens the market considerably, as a lot of people don't like to work with resin, and the price of forge work also puts people off. Now, that's another thing I want to point out. The price of this box set really is fantastic, even if you just compare it to the current range of Space Marines that are available from Games Workshop. Considering you get 30 infantry, you get 5 Terminators, a Contemptor Dreadnought, and Captain, and also a Chaplain. For the price, it really is great value for money. So what I'll do is I'll pop a link in the description below to the Firestorm Games web store, where you can pick up your own copy there. And be sure to check back for part 2, where we'll be looking at the rest of the components that come in this box set, including the tiles, the rulebook, and all the counters that we get as well. So until next time, thanks for watching, and goodbye.